Hey YouTube, this is the continuation of the AI. We're going to look at a lot of different AI software today, centered around audio and video mostly. And so this is the first one that you can use yourselves called MurphAI, which basically allows for you to use AI to generate voice from text. So it's very easy to become access. So once you do that, then you can basically just create a project, call it whatever you want. I'm just going to start with a blank, doesn't really matter. And then, of course, you can spend more time, but I don't want this to be that kind of video. But once you're here, then you see you get access to all these different voices. So,
hi, I'm Nate.
That's Nate's voice, and there's other ones.
At some point in life,
and then Millie.
Puppy Active is a puppy-sized version.
So a lot of them, as you can see, are pro, so you have to actually pay money to be able to get them. But once you decide who you want to use, then of course you can come up here and then you can type in whatever you want the message to be. And that's basically, there's really not much else to it. It will allow you to utilize it and really a lot of
Hello world.
So that is MurphAI, and there's another similar piece of software called Well Said, which basically does the same thing. A lot of these are going to have iterations, especially right now because AI is so new and there's just so many things that are coming out using the same AI language models, but they're just sort of doing little tweaks to them. And so this one is similar. But I think it's actually a little, of course, I haven't spent a lot of time with either, but I think it's a little cleaner than the MurphAI. And it looks like right now, reach the maximum number. Oh, because I wanted to do a new project. So let me see if I can just sign in. Then right here, here's a project I started, XYZ. So I'll just come here. Okay, and then so again, once you're here, right, I think it's a little bit of a better layout. Again, same thing. So this time we will do something like that. Okay, and so again, you can all these different voice actors, and this can give you a lot more choices too that you don't have to pay for. So they're just automatically given to you. And so we can choose Jody here, and then again, basically you can do things like pronunciation if they don't say the words right. There's all kinds of different options. I'm just giving you the knowledge of what's there, and then you can, of course, take a look to see if you want to use it.
You have 6 days and 48 clip retakes remaining in your trial subscription.
So I think that doesn't sound too bad, actually. It's very smooth. And you obviously can think of many different ways that this could be used. Of course, I'll go through some later, but right now I'm just sort of moving through here quickly. The next one that I was going to look at is actually what I used to do the clone of Ashley's voice. And so for that one, I used 11 Labs, which is in beta. And so same thing, they're all really easy to want to sign in. They're all really easy to basically create an account for so that you can start using their software. And then of course, once you go over a certain amount, then they want you to pay for it. And so I won't start with Ashley first. They're basically the same. It's the same as the other. You come in here, you pick a voice, you put some text, and then you can say generate, and voila, it will do
Pirates
that.
were essentially criminals who preyed on ships at sea. They would attack and board vessels.
Okay, so same thing, but what makes this one unique is that you have the ability to come here and go to add a voice, and then you can do voice cloning. And this is what allows for you to clone your voice or really anyone else's voice as long as you have some good audio samples. And so what I did to create that voice of Ashley, which really isn't very good, but she's got a very specialized and unique accent, and this is still very new. As you can see, it's in beta, so eventually it'll get much better. But if you don't have such a unique accent, it really will sound very much like you. And so you just go to add voice, and you can say instant clone, and then basically, right, you just add what the voice is, who it is, and then you just start loading up audio files. And so I happen to have a lot of audio files from Ashley and I's text messages. So I just loaded those up, and then I put some labels about her accent and gave her a description. I'll just come down here and show you. Okay, so I added 13 audio samples to give it a big sample size. And then I added the label about the accent. I gave a description about her voice. And then basically I now had this voice where it says cloned, right? So this is the clone voice. It's Ashley. It's got that tag on there. And so that is how I was able to basically type in some text and then generate it using the
Pirates were essentially criminals who preyed on ships at sea. They would attack and board vessels, often using violence to intimidate crews and
So, I mean, it's got a hint of Ashley. If you don't know her, then you actually might be fooled. But of course, for me, it's certainly not her. But what I did then is, so I came over here, and you can see you can download it. So I downloaded the voice audio that I made. Then I came to another. So, it's the thing with these texts, right? You got a lot of things that you have to keep up with. So another AI software called DID, which, as you see, it lets you turn photos into videos very quickly. Single photo, you can turn it into a video. And so we'll come in here, we'll log on just like we did. Now I've already got a member. I should not be a guest. I should be logging in with my Gmail. Then you will see that I already have my videos up here. So again, I had a picture, a still image of Ashley, right? And so I just used that image. Let's see, we'll go to create video. So I used this image of Ashley, and then I came over here. I got some audio, and we'll just use an audio of Ashley. So we'll use an audio. See if it's
Sorry, but I just can't type in this phone. It's
that is when she was in the shower, but so actually we'll use another one because it's got a lot of background noise, but it really doesn't matter much. And so then I just, once you have that and you have the picture, then I just went to generate, and it generated the video. And so it's a still image. You don't see anything. I put the audio. I just come into generate. Oh, but I don't have any more credits, so I can't make another video. But again, you just hit that button, and then voila, it makes the videos. So what was this?
alright, I'll let you know. I have to fucking drive to get milk because what am I gonna put in my soup?
Oh, poor boo. So yes, that is how you can clone a voice and then be able to make sort of a video from that voice that uses dialogue which you provide. I could have either typed in the dialogue, or as you saw, and if you type in the dialogue, right, then you can choose from all these different presenters, just like the other ones. So you can say, well, I want her voice, and so it'll use her voice and her picture, and then whatever the audio or the text is. And so that is how I did that. Now, moving from there back over to here, we have Playground.ai. And Playground.ai does a lot of different stuff. But one of the things that it does is it uses prompts to make images. And so what do I want to do? We just want to create. And so, yeah, this is cool because it gives you lots of filters. So you can choose all these filters that you want to be applied to whatever prompt you type in. So that's cool. So let's choose masterpiece. And then same as before, some sort of prompt. So let's do pirate ships engaged in the middle of a sea battle, firing broadsides into each other at range. All right, let's see what we get from this. And of course, there are other things you could do. Let's see. So, I mean, I think that's not bad, really. Just from that, I get that. Just for that little prompt that I just put in, that's really not bad. Of course, it is kind of weird if you start looking closely at it and stuff, but still. And then, of course, you can adjust the quality, details, how many images. There's all these settings in every one of these things, but I'm not really spending any time to go through them. I'm just sort of showing you very quickly what can be done. And if we change that prompt just once, let's change that into, we want to see, what do we want to see? Let's see, that seems like appropriate. So we'll generate that, see what we get. And then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this one doesn't really make a lot of sense, but if you just look at it like that, I mean, it's not terrible. These aren't terrible. So, and I'm just coming in here very quickly as well. So, another one, so that's Playground.ai. Check it out. Next one is Leia Pics. Leia Pics. So this one basically allows for you to pick an image that you have on your computer. So I'm going to pick one. Ooh, you guys want to see? Yeah, let's show you my friend Rich's leg, who is in Ukraine. He had his second injury from this one was a mine explosion. The first one he got hit by a grenade after he invaded a trench and gunned down 2 Russians. So Rich is one tough SOB, and his leg is pretty gnarly. As you can see, wow, look at that. So yeah, what you can do here is it allows you to obviously give motion to the image to allow it, like it makes it seem like it's moving, and you can adjust the motions and different things how you want it to be. Again, there's settings that you can do, but then once you have it figured out the way you want, what you can do is you can share and make it into a GIF. So you can just make it into a GIF. You can share it on Twitter or something, which you wouldn't want to do. And or you might, but anyway, just so you know, Rich is back on his feet. He is doing very well, and he's going to be going back to fight for freedom, because freedom is not free. So, Rich, we salute you, my friend. And now we will move on to another very cool AI tool, which is watermark remover.io. So this one is pretty self-explanatory. I'm not really going to go through it because it's very self-explanatory. If you have an image, let's say you're on Canva and you're using some premium settings that you don't want to pay for, and then you download it, right? And so, oh, well, it's got that Canva, that watermark Canva on it. Well, that's fine, because now you can just bring it over to watermarkremover.io and use the power of AI to remove those watermark images, and voila, you are now able to use those premium images without those premium prices. So this is actually a very useful tool, certainly recommended. Next, we have Picfinder. What's cool about this is it doesn't just give you 1 or 2 pictures. It gives you really an infinite amount. And so we could say at fiddling a unit cycle and see what we get. And as you can see already, I'm getting sick to show up on the screen. This is funny. But what's different about this one is that look at this one. It gives you like an infinite amount, so you just keep scrolling. It just gives you. Sorry, this is kind of amusing to me. I'm not sure why. It's just very funny. I guess because it makes the faces just so like serious, and there's these really ridiculous poses. But anyway, look at this, right? That's like, it's not bad. So anyway, this could be useful. What is this going on? Oh my gosh. It can be useful. It's different. Look at this, my goodness. So just something. This was obviously a weird prompt, but you can use it for very serious prompts, and so that is something that you can do. And of course, you can download any of the images that you like. So that is going to be Picfinder. And then we come to the last two. And the last two, are really big. So the first one is huge. This one is basically everything in one with cherries on top. And there's other sites. This Synthesia, it's not the only one. There's other ones that do this and maybe are even better than this one is right now. But I'll go ahead and stick with this one for the moment. So basically, this one allows for you to have the production capabilities of studios completely at your laptop or desktop. And so you don't have to have any of that stuff. Let me make it more plain. So you can come down here, right? And you can make whole commercials. You could do, you have a company and you want to have training.
Businesses as hackers become more skilled and increasingly successful at attacks they use, and learn what actually internet by the end of 20.
And so, you can do entire commercials. You could do product reviews where you have people that are reviewing your product, and maybe one place they're here, and then you can do different scenes. You can do multiple scenes and backgrounds. So first they're here, and now and they're in Tahiti, and then they're on Mars. There's just infinite amount of ability really for you to use a tool like this in order for you to create really diverse productions, And so you can make really infinite amounts of commercials or videos or tutorials or training videos, just all sorts of stuff that is right here at your fingertips and is going to change the game in a lot of different fields. So this one is pretty cool. Synthesia. And the last one that I will go through today is Runway. And Runway is generative AI that is really cool. Everything on the site you're seeing obviously is made using Runway. And so they're almost with layer one, right? So all this is just, it turns in. I'll just go through the website because then you can see. So already you can see just really cool effects. But what you can do is like the other ones, like, okay, it can generate images from text, but that's nothing new. We've seen this many times. We've also seen this. We've also seen the ability to infinitely expand images. I already showed you that on a previous software. And so this also has the ability. And so another good thing about Runway is it has so many things in one, like Synthesia, whereas a lot of the other things are just one, like just does this or just does this. And so Runway is a good culmination. You can reimagine an image. So you can put an image in, and then you can just start changing that image. So that was the original, and then you can just change it all these different ways. You can also train models. So you can put in images of yourself, right, from different angles. It tells you how to do it. And then once you do that, you basically can create models, AI models based on you. Infinite amounts of AI models based on you. And so that's really cool. That's really cool. I mean, that's really going to open up a lot of creative ideas. You can erase things from videos. So that's always cool, right? So you don't like the cars moving, boom, just you. Look at that, no one. So that's really cool because usually, again, you need like Adobe for that. You can make super slow-mo. So any video clip, put in a video clip, normal speed, and then you can sit here and do something like that. Whoa, 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 slow it down, super slow-mo. So I think, again, all this under one platform makes Runway really, really, really cool. Just like one of the other things I showed you, Runway, you can upload an image, a still image, and Runway can make it move. It can use AI to make it look like it's moving or to actually generate movement. You can remove backgrounds. So again, maybe you're in your room, but you want to appear that you're on a beach in French Polynesia. Well, here you go. Green screen is going to make that happen. And so, again, it's very easy to do. I'm not going to sit here and spend much time. I would encourage you to get in and look around, but it's very easy to come in here and get started. Of course, we are going to try for free, but you have access to most everything. So you can do video to video, image to image, infinite image, all that stuff. It's very easy. Just come in here. You can upload some video that you want to use, and then you can just sort of give it some prompts of like fairies flying around Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland hanging on the palm tree. And so this one takes a little bit longer because it has to run it through its AI algorithms, which include doing checks. So, for example, you can't use certain videos. I tried to use some free videos from Pixels, for example, and it told me that it was against its policies. And obviously, there are other policies relating to non-PG content. And so once you get to around the 60 or 65% range, is usually when it will tell you if there's an error or not. If there's not an error, then you're all good. And if there is, then you may have to change either the video or your prompt or other things. And while speaking about that, you don't have to use a prompt. You can also use presets that they have, or you can use demo images. Well, so let's see what AI has done to my video here. It certainly, so here's the video, still image, started. So already it looks very different. So let's see here. Oh, and didn't mention, it doesn't matter how long a video that you put in. Right now, with the Generation 1, you only get 4 seconds of generative AI. With the Generation 2 coming out, you get, I think, up to 20 seconds. But what you can do with this, which of course, right now it's tedious and a lot of work, but in a few months, I'm sure it'll be much easier, is you can just make a series of these 4-second clips and then put them together. And that's how you see those sort of longer movie clips that are being done happening. It's these people making these 4-second clips and then just putting them together. Okay, so I don't really know what it did. Certainly changed things, but I don't think it listened to the prompt at all. So, probably have to play around with it. Maybe that's a fairy up there. Who knows? Who knows what fairies really look like? But in any case, using this AI is going to be very helpful. And there is actually one more. This one is related. This one is super cool too. So best for last. This one is music. So now you have the ability to compose original music, and you can go intense with this. So I'll show you real quick a little bit. Yeah. Log in. Okay. So I was already in here playing around a bit. Let's see each of these. What do we want to do? So I just wanted to show you. Yeah, okay. So these are all generated by AI, and so you can just listen to one. Okay, so already pretty cool. And so then you're like, all right, well, I want to create a track. And so you can do that, and you can select like from this, you can import it if you like that. So I like this one, so I imported it to my profile, and then you can see that it was imported. So I came in here, and I'm not actually, I think it was the other one. Again, still try, yeah. So it was this one. So then I will try and see. It will let me show the steps for how I did it. But I don't know how to make music. I'm not a music, but I was able to make this really quickly. So, I mean, it's really not bad just for for someone that doesn't know what they're doing. And on here, let's see, they do have a really in-depth guide. The tutorials here. So you can actually, it goes really heavy. So if you are into DJing or you're like, you need to get into this because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you don't like AI or not. AI's here, it's coming. And so you need to leverage the AI so that you can increase your skills because this goes through everything. And so that's all easy. But then for like that, and see, it's getting like way longer because it actually does go heavy. This allows you to do pitch range and everything that you can do with your editors, it just allows you to do it. But then you also have the ability for the AI to just naturally enhance, to improve. You just have so much more ability. And so, this is a game changer. This is a game changer because it allows for anybody to basically create unique awesome, amazing music at an expert level with just their laptop. I mean, you see how long this is. You could make this a career. You can make this a career. You want to, it's just like aiva.ai. So, again, really, really cool. Synthesia, super great for marketing. If you have a business, you want to make commercials, you want to make reviews, you want to make tutorials, all sorts of stuff. Generative runway if you want to make just really cool unique videos maybe for your podcast or just different whatever you can think of. And then of course ava for music. Even if you're not a DJ, like maybe you just want to make some songs, some unique music, then this allows you to do that. And you can go very heavy or you can of course just do something very easy where it gives you a lot of different choices and you can just say, well, I just want to do like some EDM that's feeling happy, that's between 30 seconds and a minute, and it gives me two different choices, and then that's basically it. Create your tracks, and it will create some music that's gonna be only yours really, and then you can share it and make albums and so I know you don't like to hear it. I don't like to hear it either because people can write entire novels now with a prompt and AI. And so it's something that takes me 15 months, 3 to 4 hours a day. Now, someone that doesn't have a great command of the English or the whatever language is able to just use AI and potentially produce classical level works of literature. So, it's just it's really going to change everything. The world's going to be almost unrecognizable in about 10 years, less than that. And so it's really imperative that you understand what AI is, the tools that you can utilize, how to leverage it yourself. And if you're under 40, like I am, honestly, you really need to know how it works on a programmatic level. You should know how to program AI tools and components. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I know how to do that right now, but I will as I move forward. And this video is going too long. I need to remind you, if I have not, which I have not, you need to subscribe to assist Ashley in becoming known, getting her publicity and support increased, because this video, this podcast, all the podcasts on the channels, me learning to code, me learning about all this, everything has only been done to increase attention to Ashley Westeyes. And so please subscribe, like, share, support Ashley, and we will continue our AI adventures in the next